I remember some months ago this series being mentioned by Jeremy Boring. I think it was actually last year. And I think Brett Cooper was talking about it as well because obviously she has a role in this. I watched the trailer, no expectations. I know nothing about this book. What I saw in the trailer, I was impressed with. I thought there was a very good job done in cinematics and everything. Like the way this was done, the uh the action and all of the effects, everything I saw so far, it did not look cheesy. And when you come from a place like Daily Wire, who is not known for, big productions, obviously they're trying to get into that, I'd say Hollywood space, not necessarily Hollywood, but trying to put out movies. But this was done good. It's got my attention. I'm not subscribed to Daily Wire Plus, but I might just to see this, if nothing else. Cosmic Book News. Daily Wire drops the Pendragon Cycle Rise of the Merlin trailer. Daily Wire has released a teaser trailer for the Pendragon Cycle Rise of the Merlin, its adaptation of Stephen R. Lawhead's Arthurian fantasy. The series arrives January 22nd on Daily Wire Plus, with new episodes rolling out Thursday. All access subscribers get episodes 1 and 2 early on Christmas Day. And it, obviously tells you to watch the trailer below. I believe this will be a very good, probably adaptation of this book to, not the main screen, but screens. And the reason I say that is I remember when Jeremy Bourne talked about his love for this book. That at least gives me slight confidence that he will try his best to stay true to the book while making this in a cinematic form. I can understand why certain things don't translate, and primarily it has to do with budget. I mean, you read some books and you see the things that happen in a book. It's like, well, how do we do this on the big screen without spending billions of dollars? And the answer a lot of times is you don't. You change the script a little bit so you don't have to do X, Y, or Z, whatever the thing is. Creative team, cast, and production. Jeremy Boring, co-founder of the Daily Wire, leads this series alongside Jesse V. Johnson and Ryan Whitaker. Boring also serves as executive producer with Caleb Robinson, Ben Shapiro, Dallas Sonnier, Daniel Cresmery, and others. Filming took place on location in Hungary and Italy. The cast includes Tom Sharp as Merlin, Rosie Reed as Charis, James Arden as Taliesin, Finney Cassidy as Aurelius, Miles Cloessy as Uther, Brett Cooper as Ganeda, Alex Lawrence Phillips as Peleus, Daniel Fathers as King Avalach, Emery Franklin as Morgaine. Looks interesting. Other supporting actors include Steve Venom, Alex Arco, George Osborne, and others. Because it seems like when you watch the trailer, they got a big cast. They're swinging for the fences, and I'm not mad at them. I'm not mad at them at all. I think it's possible that they do some big things with this. We shall see. What the story promises. The Pendragon Cycle adapts Lawhead's reinterpretation of the Arthurian legend set during the decline of the Roman rule in Britain as Christianity begins to spread amid spiritual and political conflict. Barbarian incursions threaten the land, and characters must reckon with faith, power, and identity. Any movie, any show that has those things intertwined, if nothing else, it makes for an interesting show because it adds different character dynamics and avenues that give you a lot of wiggle room to make it interesting. So we'll see if they're able to pull this off. Boring describes the source novels as presenting a visceral masculine Christianity in a world of conflict and mystery. Daily Wire calls this project among its most ambitious series to date. And after watching the trailer, I can see why. The Pendragon cycle is among the largest, most ambitious independent series ever produced, said Boring. It represents the culmination of a 10-year vision to create culture, not just criticize it. Lawhead's novels present a visceral masculine Christianity in a world of conflict and mystery. It isn't saccharine or clean. And I had to look this word saccharine up because I think I heard it before, but I was like, I'm not familiar with the meaning. Excessively sweet or sentimental, over sentimental, over emotional. So obviously, this is not going to be, it's not going to be for the faint of heart. Let's put it that way. It seems like this is going to be very gritty, probably more like a mix. It's probably like a mix of Lord of the Rings and Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones was just straight gritty. Some of it raunchy, but it was different. I'm so happy to share our adaptation and the work of our remarkable cast and crew with the Daily Wire audience. It says, we are incredibly proud to bring the Pendragon cycle to the Daily Wire family and many supporters who have championed this project from the beginning, added Daily Wire CEO Caleb Robinson. It is a true milestone for Daily Wire Entertainment. We believe our audience deserves stories told with this level of craft, conviction, and we're thrilled to finally share it with them. And they brought their A game with this. I'm not going to lie. When I watched the trailer, I was expecting something else, and what I got was actually very pleasing. The series officially debuts January 22nd, 2025, exclusively on Daily Wire Plus. New episodes drop Thursdays. All access members will be able to stream the first 2 episodes on Christmas Day. This marks the first large-scale live-action series from Daily Wire. It joins other flagship content on the platform such as Run, Hide, Fight, Terror on the Prairie, starring Gina Carano, Am I Racist, and What is a Woman? So let's get into this trailer and see what it has going on. Obviously, I already watched it, so we'll watch through it again.
This land is in a welter of confusion.
Like I said, the cinematics look very well done. Action. It doesn't, and that's the thing. When you're doing a show, it doesn't have to be movie quality. It just has to be good. It can't be cheesy. I think a lot of times what independent studios run into is they run into a problem of you want to break into the space, you want to do something different from the norm, but what you did was cheesy. You didn't care about quality. Nobody's going to buy that. Nobody's going to stand for that. We expect the same quality that we've always been getting. Now, obviously, there's going to be some corners cut. You're just starting, but it can't be cheesy.
Than sheep.
This is not cheesy.
More princes than crows on a battlefield. All seeking to snatch what they can, when they can, without a care for who suffers.
And some of these actors, I'm going to be honest, I'm not a theater guy, not a theater kid. So a lot of times I go to movies, a lot of big name actors I know, some lesser actors I do know, but I don't really pay attention like that. So some of these names, I was like, I don't really know who these people. They might have acted in some movie that I love. Might be somebody in another movie I recognize. I don't know. I don't think so. But that might be to the benefit of Daily Wire. The ability to, you don't have to get A-list actors, but you can get A-list quality acting though.
Until this island is ruled by one who wields both justice and mercy, there will be no peace.
Action done well. If you and that's the thing. If you can, I don't know, like I said, I know nothing about this Pendragon cycle. If you can pique my interest off a trailer alone, now obviously they're gonna put everything they can in the trailer to pique your, and that's the point. But I've seen trailers where everything was thrown in the trailer and I still wasn't biting. I was like, yeah, still not interested. I was interested, like, I want to say like 10 seconds, 15 seconds in. I was like, I like the way this looks. Lighting is good. Sequencing, like everything just, it looks super professional. Like they've been at this for years. Obviously, I'm guessing that they've pulled some people from Hollywood with Hollywood experience. That's my guess, because this doesn't look like a bunch of novice put this together.
Boys playing the game of kings.
They say they have the Merlin with them.
The Merlin died long before you and I were born.
I've seen what you can do.
All right, throwing a little magic up in there, little mystery. Brett Cooper with her acting debut. As far as I know, I know Brett Cooper has said before that she wanted to be an actor. I guess that's what she was pushing for. I don't know if she's played in anything before, so I'm curious to see how she does in this.
This is where it begins.
I must say, watching that trailer, that is the type of thing that could dramatically increase the subscription numbers of the Daily Wire Plus, in my opinion. Especially if this is as good as it looks, then they probably will get a lot of people to subscribe. I'm gonna tell you right now, if I subscribe to see this and it's good, yo, I'm sticking till it's done. I'll see what else they got on there.